What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pleeka. I'm Jerome.
And I'm Nick.
And today we're talking about Watchmen, Season 1, Episode 1. It's summer and we're running out of ice. So what did you think about the first episode of Watchmen?
It was good. I liked it. It was... I don't know if I really know what's going on. Well, I mean, I know what's going on, but I want to know what's happening with all the characters. I want to continue the story.
Mm-hmm. You don't need to really read the comic before. Like it'd probably help, like some of the previous characters, but
Right.
so far it doesn't have much to do with the previous stuff, other than that it's set in the world after the comic Watchmen.
But I mean, there's stuff going on that I assume.
But everybody else is with you though. No one else is gonna know what's going on. Also with this show,
Right.
yeah. So that'll be interesting. I when this first got announced, I was like, ugh, they're not actually doing the story Watchmen. Who cares? And then they're like, Damon Lindelof's making it. I'm like, okay, that makes it a little better, but I still don't really care.
I kind of get not doing the same story because then it's been done. So
Yeah, but not everything was in the movie also, so there's way more they could do. But I really, really enjoyed this. I liked it quite a bit. I like that they have the cops, like, they wear yellow masks too, and it makes sense cops not giving out their identities, because then, like they said, like the bad guys go and shoot them wherever they live.
Right.
I really like their new alternate world that they've created, where like Robert Redford's president, when the cops need to use...
Yeah, they mentioned that quite a bit.
I believe he's in the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know when he'll show up, but I know they cast him at some point. I like when they need to use their weapons, they have to call and get it like beeped in so they can actually be able to use their guns.
Yeah,
that was a cool little thing they added to it. There's a lot of stuff like that, and like they have to use a rule, and all like the vigilante type people have to agree. Okay, now we can all bring out our weapons. Stuff like that I thought was really neat and like added to the world.
Yeah, how it starts with
So it started in the I forgot.
It was 1921.
Yeah, what was that? It was like the race something massacre.
I don't remember.
It's a real thing that happened.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm spacing on what it is.
That was like hard to watch in the beginning.
A little bit, yeah. That guy's holding a dead baby and stuff.
Yeah.
And then they got a little boy, put him in a car. I mentioned to you that they're sending him from Krypton to Earth.
Yeah.
But they send him out. The whole thing blows up, knocks his cart over, and then he finds a baby. So you assumed that the old man in the chair is that kid from the beginning.
Yeah.
I would think that's interesting. It makes me wonder if that's the old man, then who's gonna be the baby?
Yeah, I don't know. If he's in the next, was it it was in at the end when he said he was 105.
Yeah, he's 100. I'm 105, and you swear a lot.
Yeah, so if that was 1921, 17, yeah, that would be about right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to find out who it's not Regina King.
Yeah, I think they want us to think that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't unless this is a comic book show, so it could be something they put her in a cryo chamber for a couple of years, I don't know.
That's true.
But I doubt that's the case. I think it'll be some reveal later on.
Yeah, I think so too.
But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I like their new kind of Watchmen-ish team they got going on, where you got, I don't know the guy's name. It was right here. You got Looking Glass, there's that red dude, and then you got...
I think he was just called Red, yeah.
You got Red, and then Angela, and they're all in their team. Does it say what her superhero name is? No, it just says Angela for there.
Yeah, she's really cool. She did a really good job. She was my favorite part of the episode.
Yeah, I really, really liked her. I wonder if
Yeah.
each episode will focus on like them differently. Like we'll see more of the other guys, or if it'll all focus mainly on her. It kind of looks like that'll be the case.
It seems like it's gonna focus on her.
But I like that. I also really, really liked the music in it. I thought that was good, like the score for like when they're fighting and all that. I wish it was a little bit louder, but that might have just been HBO streaming to the TV. HBO is always quiet. It's really fucking annoying. But I thought the music fit very well. It felt very different.
So, do you think this is going to be HBO's next big hit? Like, everyone's going to be like, oh my God, did you see Watchmen?
I did until the Damon Lindelof interview I watched, where he said that this is a 9-episode show, and as far as he knows right now, that, like, he's not planning on doing a season 2. Because he said, like, Watchmen is one graphic novel. There's no sequel. I mean, there is now because of Jeff Johns, but, like, that's not, you know what I mean? It's not a sequel to the actual thing, whatever.
Right.
But like he says, like, this one contained story, he must make one contained story, and if he comes up with another idea and HBO wants it, sure, he'll do another one if he has the idea. But he also said if they do a season 2, maybe let someone else take over
Right.
And in each season is someone else's take on Watchmen, which could be interesting too.
Yeah.
But it makes me wonder if it will be the next thing, if this will just be like a limited show that they do.
I think if it's successful, there will be a season 2. I guess my question was more as do you think other like everyone like a random person that doesn't like comics is gonna like this show?
I think easily, yeah.
Okay.
But I just don't know if it'll get that big with only being on for 9 weeks and then that's it. Like, I'm sure it'll get big, but I think most shows don't become a Game of Thrones or like a Lost only having one season, you know?
Right.
So it makes me wonder if that'll be the case with this.
Because I mean, for me, like, so the cops wearing masks. It's raining squid.
Yeah.
You got these white supremacists that wear these weird
The
things.
Rorschach masks.
Yeah, what was the silver mask guy's name?
Looking
Glass?
Looking Glass, yeah.
So,
I really like his mask.
Yeah, his mask was super cool. I think we should get some for after the show.
Jesus Christ.
So what can he just tell if people are lying? Like I didn't.
But because it seemed like they had because he said I forget how he worded it, but like basically every question other than do you know or who the shooter was or do you work whatever, he said that he was like off the charts. His eyes were doing shit. Like it seems like they have a ritual. Like if they answer these weird and those happen, then they're lying.
But is it only him that can see that? It was my question.
Well, I don't think so because like none of them have powers.
Well, because like he went in there and like they all took his word for it. So
Yeah, I'm just assuming he's really good at
he's
that.
just
at
an
that
expert?
test. Yeah.
Maybe that's. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a power.
Because it was kind of like he seems to be like a newish Rorschach guy and like doing a Rorschach test on them because he even had that image on the screen and all that.
There was a lot of freaky images on there.
Yeah, I'm assuming that they just have a whole thing down where you do this test and the way their eyes dilate, you can tell if they're lying or not.
Right, but and so not to get too far off the track, but so I mean, there was some weird stuff in here.
Mm-hmm.
But as you said, as we're coming in, it's still just a cop show, kinda.
Yeah, like I said, if you
Yeah.
take out the squids, and you don't even have to take out the masks because it gets weird in that too. This could be like a True Detective season 4 if you take out little bits, like take out the backstory of this being Watchmen and like the masks and shit.
It was a little odd when they go to a castle and Jeremy Irons is there with a butler and a maid.
From what I've heard, they filmed all Jeremy Irons stuff and wrote it all. It seems like he's going to be in a complete separate show, and then they're going to come crashing into each other in the end.
Okay.
So it all makes sense in the end. But they said, like, I don't know if he had to film somewhere different and all that stuff, but they said, like, towards the end of the show, it'll clash together. So
Well,
we'll probably be wondering what the fuck's going on with him till, like, episode 8 or so.
I'm already wondering.
Yeah. I love Jeremy Irons, too, especially him being, like, Ozymandias. I can only see that getting weirder and weirder.
He's a little creepy.
So... But I like how he had his little cake.
And then, so were you surprised that Don Johnson gets killed at the end?
When you can tell from the score and him driving all lonely and shit that was gonna happen. But I was surprised that they did that in the first episode.
So, like in the beginning,
I mean, it makes sense to have something to kick off them go hunting after people.
Yeah. So in the beginning, when he says it's okay and he brings out the weapons, and he was talking to Regina King, and he's like, "Hey, it's my funeral." I was like,
That's
"Oh my
true.
God, they're gonna kill him this first episode."
Yeah, I didn't think that at all. And then when they crashed Night Owl's ship, you're like, "Oh, I thought he was gonna die." And I was thinking he's not gonna die the first episode.
Well, I actually thought like someone was gonna shoot him while he was laughing when he came up.
I
just got the whole episode. I got this feeling that they were gonna kill him off.
I didn't at all until he starts driving lonely. It's like dun, dun. I was like, "Oh yeah, he's gonna die." I didn't think it was gonna be an old man in a wheelchair doing shit to him. So do you think?
I don't think he killed him.
Do you think that guy killed him, or do you think he just rolled up after the fact and goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna take credit for this"?
I don't know what he's up to, but I feel like he's making Regina King do stuff.
Do you
for
think
him.
possibly he's like in charge of the Rorschach guys? What do they call like the 7th Cavalry, something like that?
Yeah. No. I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
I don't know. And he was outside of her. He was outside of her Batcave / little shop.
I mean, if he's
and he was like, "Do you think I could lift 105 pounds or whatever?" And she's like, "Yeah, you can." He's like, "Okay." And then said he's gonna wait for her shop to open. Like that was weird. And then he happens to kill her dad or whatever.
if he's the little boy, he's gonna be good. He's not gonna be bad.
Unless that little boy went through more shit and became bad. Like, what makes you think that little boy's gonna be good? All we saw him was be scared and grab a baby.
He saved the baby.
I mean, what if this is the baby we're looking at, and the little boy raised it to be evil?
Wasn't it a girl?
I mean, I don't know if we get confirmation of that or not.
Mm.
He just picked up the baby and said, "It's okay," and then the title.
And it was
behind him.
far from okay.
I mean, it was more okay in his arms than it was laying on the ground, probably covered in blood.
I mean, there was dead people around him.
There was
fucking-
one dead dude. There
There's
were other
two.
people. The other people were far away, weren't they? Oh no, his mom was there too, wasn't it?
Wasn't his mom, but someone had their like.
Oh, I
head
thought his
blown
mom
off.
was running up to
Remember,
him.
because they like let him go.
Well, that was the building he saw blow up though. So I thought maybe it blew up and she ran over there and got shot.
I don't. Yeah, and the whole town's on fire. They weren't okay.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to watch the rest of the show.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. So then it ends, and I'm really interested in this.
I'm happy to have a new HBO show to watch every week and like talk about on here.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully this ends better than Game of Thrones.
Hopefully, what?
This ends better than Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones is fine.
Yeah, I mean I was right on everything I said, so I should be happy with it. But
Whatever.
Any last things you want to say? Did we cover everything? I think we kind of did. I mean, there was some stuff to the comic, like that you got to see that little movie. I liked that, and they went through all the characters. You saw like Night Owl, the comedian, and
that little cartoon
stuff like
going
that.
on. Yeah,
And it was like Americans History Now or something like that on
Yeah.
the TV. We saw the squid. They mentioned the squid from the end of the comic, I believe. We got to see a lot of little Easter eggs like that. And I like at the end when they show his badge, the little blood falls in it. Like
There's a
blood on
lot
the
of-
comedians thing.
there's a lot of Richard Nixon in the show.
Yeah, well, because he was the president, I believe, in the comic for a long time. Because I think either in the comic or since then, I don't remember where I've heard this or remember
Mhm.
from. Like the presidential terms have been abolished, so that's why like Redford has been president for 30 years.
Because I noticed like he was on the Mount Rushmore when
And-
he was behind.
And
the
they also
guy.
they had like a blow up thing of him in the next on,
Yeah.
like some rally.
Yeah.
I hope we actually do see Redford. I'm pretty sure he was cast in it. I don't remember
if not-
100%.
It's interesting.
I think he was, because I think we was like, oh, he's retired. Just kidding again. He's in Watchmen. Just like, oh, he's retired. Oh, he's in Civil War. Oh, now he's in Avengers Endgame. Spoilers. But so any last things you want to say?
No, I enjoyed it. I'll be interested to see if other people enjoy it because
I looked on Twitter beforehand, and it seemed like a lot of people were liking
I think
it.
the people that like this kind of shit, like, I don't know. It's hard for me to say. I could see people like being, "What the fuck is going on?" and being out in the.
I don't get that from this episode. It wasn't weird enough, I think, for people that don't like this genre. I can see a lot of people watching this, not knowing it's based off anything else, not knowing it's a comic book show, and just thinking it's an HBO new cop show.
I could see that, but when squids start falling from the sky,
And
they're
you just
gonna.
think it's weird because like people like The Leftovers, people disappearing that, like people like a lot of weird stuff
Yeah,
happens in
but-
HBO shows. I think people at this point will be like, I'm cool with it.
I think a lot of people left The Leftovers though.
No, you're the only one.
I watched every goddamn episode.
Yeah, but only because I forced you to go back to it.
Right.
But I think
But I mean, that's not like their number one show.
I think you're thinking too much of like the squids and all that. I don't think a lot of people are gonna like drop out because of that.
It doesn't bother me at all.
Mhm.
I'm just thinking about some people in general. I don't know. I could be completely wrong.
I don't see that being the case. I can see a lot of people not knowing this is based off anything and just watching it and not thinking that, and not even. I feel like because a lot of people in their minds, I feel like them not knowing this is a comic book show and based off a comic book and all that shit, they'll watch and be like, wow, this is good. But if you told them what this is based on and they watched it, I think their opinions would be different.
I agree with that 100%. That if you tell someone it's based on a comic, they're out right away.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother would probably be one of them.
Hess sometimes, like I'm surprised he said he was gonna watch this.
Yeah, but on the other hand, I think some people are gonna see some of the weird shit and be like, "What the
Well,
fuck
the
is going
only
on?"
weird thing in this though was the squid.
Well, there was other weird stuff.
Like what?
I feel like the cops having masks.
Oh, see, I don't think that's weird. I just see it as like and this, like to me that makes sense. So I guess I don't consider that weird because that.
Well, I mean, cops in real life don't wear masks.
Well, I'm saying it would make sense if they did to me.
Yeah, but they're in Tulsa
Mm-hmm.
and like they're wearing masks, and there's white supremacists wearing masks, killing cops, and they have to hide them. Like that's not really happening. So I could see people.
Yeah, but
being,
I can
thinking that's
to me
weird.
though I can 100% see that happening. So I don't consider that like a weird thing in a show because I can see white supremacists wearing masks and killing cops and then being like, okay, well, people are hunting down cops. We should probably hide our identities. You know, like Batman wears masks. Maybe we'll cover our faces with like a little handkerchief.
Yeah.
So like to me,
That's a
I don't
bit
I
extreme,
don't
though.
consider that a weird thing, but it might just be because I'm weird and I don't think that's weird.
I think we're leaning towards you being.
But I would be if anybody's watching this, please comment down below your thoughts and like this, what you think about this conversation and stuff. Because I'd be interested, like you said, to see other people's things. Because I might be in the minority thinking this show. It seems like the most normal comic book show, yet the more realistic one. than like go watch like Flash and something like that.
It didn't feel like a comic book show to me.
Yeah, I agree.
There was a few things that made it feel like it was just in an alternate
Yeah, an
area.
alternate. See, that's how I vision is like this is what, because like also in the show like they have no cell phones, they have no internet, stuff like that. So it just seems like like with that being different too. It's like, oh, it makes sense that they cover masks because like their world's different.
Right. But
And then Robert Redford's also the president, so
I think that's weird for some people. But I could be completely wrong in
with that also.
yeah.
Yeah.
Regardless, I liked it
Mhm.
and I can't wait to watch the next one.
Yeah, me too. With that being said, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought about this, and come back next Sunday for another video on Watchmen.
Do you think this is going to be HBO's next big hit?